Welcome to chemistry class. This is our first week of class, and so primarily we will be focusing on the guidelines and expectations for my chemistry class. You will have a synchronous Zoom class with me in which we will be actively discussing those guidelines. But besides that, I want to start to frame how we can tackle the subject of chemistry. So personally, I really love chemistry. I think it's such a fun subject. There are so many different avenues to explore, and really chemistry has helped shape so much of what our modern era is. So, chemistry. We think of chemistry, we might think of, chemicals or, like lab gear, lab coat, but really chemistry kind of starts with theory. It starts with these ideas, and it starts with models. And how do we get from those ideas, kind of those abstract thinkings, to, how does the gasoline work in your car? How does, baking a cake work? All of that deals with chemistry. That's great. We have these ideas, we have these thoughts. We can think about them, we can really dive into them, understand them. How do we explore them? Well, that's where different types of instruments come in. And we'll be learning about, different types of instruments, different types of theories. Think about a microscope. If you have some bacteria down here, this is an instrument we use to investigate the subject, right? So we're going to think about how we go from these theories to the instruments to what we have in applications. So the applications are the cool things, right? Think about fireworks. Again, think about your car. I want to show you a cool demo in which throughout the course of this class, we're going to learn how this demo actually works. So I'm going to show you something called elephant's toothpaste. So first I'm going to put on my safety glasses, check my eyes. I'm already wearing my lab coat. I'm going to show you the chemicals, the ingredients we're going to work with. We just have some regular Dawn dish soap. We have some 3% hydrogen peroxide. We got a little bit of food coloring. And I have some yeast. Pause here. I want you to think about the chemicals I just showed you. And although we haven't really started the material yet, in terms of chemistry, what do you think of for these items? Maybe the yeast makes you think of baking. There's chemistry there. What about the hydrogen peroxide? Maybe you've gotten a cut and you had to put some of it, on your cut and it bubbles and it kind of hurts. What about the dish soap? What do you think makes that so special? I want you to think about it, okay? So think about it. I'm going to prep this. Here's what I've prepared. In this flask, I've put the hydrogen peroxide and a big squirt of dish soap. I also put a little bit of red food coloring in here. In this beaker, I have a mixture of yeast and warm water. What do you think is going to happen if I add this yeast to this flask? Think about your ideas about what the yeast may do. Again, think about baking. What do you think is going to happen in this flask? Maybe you have a good clue, and maybe you're like, I don't know. Part of science is trying to figure out what's going to happen. So let's see. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to add this yeast to this flask, and then I'm going to step away. Ready? Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it, come on. Come on. Well, it's going a little slow, but hopefully you can get the picture. So what's happening is the dish soap is sudsing up, and if this yeast were not as old as it was, we would get a lot more suds up. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's chugging along. So I love this demo because it really encompasses so many things we're gonna learn. I'm not gonna, oh, there we go. Oh, so slow, it's like a little volcano, little dainty volcano. So all of the concepts, all of these ideas that govern how this experiment, how this demo works, we're gonna cover all of them. And by the end of the course, I hope that you can look back on this and, I'll turn it around. It's going this way. I hope that you can look back on this course and say, hey, you know what? I know the chemistry concepts that went into this elephant toothpaste demo. It's still chugging along. The yeast was a little old, so it's a little bit slow, but it's still going. Again, this week is mainly an orientation week. Please don't forget that we have a Zoom class. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, okay? So I want to show you this beautiful little tiny dish soap volcano. See y'all soon.